So welcome back to Gordon St.Hilaire's family farm. We're out here today, actually not farming. We're gonna try to resurrect my 1967 Thunderbird tri-hull powerboat. It hasn't been in the water for like 4 years. We're gonna uncover it, get some tires to pump up to get it movable, and got some pressure washing to do. So stay tuned. Oil is a good thing. Well, as you can see, we definitely have a flat tire. I have a portable air tank with me. We're gonna see if the spirits are with us today to pump this up, or if we need a jacket to get the weight off of it. And we have luck today, so that's a good thing. So we've got air being taken, and I'm probably gonna put in maybe just about 30 pounds to get it up to the house, and then we'll recheck. Obviously, we'll need to check the rims and the tires and the bearings inside the wheel. But it's a good start. 2 for 2. I don't like the looks of this one. A lot of water. Okay. So what we'll need to do with this one is we'll have to get a jack and get some weight off this. It should still blow up. I still have a good feeling about this, even though people watching might not. Cross your fingers. Oh, it's money in the bank. Sometimes it just works out. That's another one I want to do. That's an old Lily. No, it's a Grimm tether. Another one. Yeah, I don't thought I did, but I guess we didn't talk about that tractor, huh?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
It's a Massey 165. It's a good tractor. It's my brother's. Rather than make a mess, we will coat the hole and let it drain. Really not that bad. Our goal right now is to get things completely uncovered and see where I left off. It might have not been exactly 4 years. I did 2 years ago try to get things going, but then, as everyone knows, life takes over and other things come into your agenda. But today, for the next couple hours, we're going to devote some time to the boat. We'll cut all the... I use baler twine because that's what I have left over from the haying season, so that's what I tied it with. We'll get the tarp off, and we'll see where we're at with things underneath. I'm not really good with credits, but I wanted to thank my friend Dre, who is the mastermind behind the cameras today, and giving up some of his time to come help me with this. There may be a free boat ride in his future, just so you know. Just make a pile with the twine when we're done cutting it, and just throw it all away, which is fine. So, Dre is also my fall guy as well, and I don't mean slipping and falling. He helps me cover this thing, uncover it. We just need to get it to the water. Well, right away, we have good news. The prop is still very free and functionable. Happy about that. Let me get a step stool. I'll get up in there. Maybe I'll hand you this rack and we can set it down.
For the wooden?
Yeah. It's just I think just try to save it. It's not like super heavy. You sure? Just here? Yeah, just here for now, and that's fine. Actually, just put one end on that tarp, and then it won't blow. Perfect. Needs a little TLC there. Let me get this.
What year is it?
The boat's a 67.
67?
Yeah.
It looks brand new.
Not really. I bought it when I got out of college. Knew nothing about boats. We bought it in Milton. The lady wanted, I think $1,500, but it hadn't run in a while, so we offered $500 just to be real low ballers. And she called and said she'd take $1,000, so we came up to $6,000. And then she came down to $8,000, and we met at $750. So it took me, I don't know, not that long to get it going, but like I said, I was very infantile about boats. Never owned one. So I got it running and I'm like, oh great, I'll take it out to the lake, and I did. And I was on the lake for maybe 15 minutes and had a grand time. This thing will probably do 50 or 60 when everything's working great. And I was, you know, really happy it was running, so I was giving it the gas, and all I heard was bang. And I was in the middle of the lake and this thing was smoking. I never checked the impeller, which had been sitting for years, which pumps the water to cool the motor. So long story short, we had to rebuild the engine. But it's been great for the last, I don't know, 15 years. Maybe I've owned it longer than that. Like I said, I just haven't run it in the last few years, but we'll get her fired up and see if we can get it running.
Is that engine from the 60s too?
This is not the original engine. It had I think it had a Chrysler on it, but this is I think an 82. It's a Mercury, 2-stroke. It's a 140 horse outboard. I've replaced the outdrive once already due to my own lack of knowledge of boating. So that's why it's super important to like cover everything and make sure all the water is drained out for the season, which now I know. I did not know. So I'm just unlocking the engine so that once I put the battery in and things, we can see if we can get her to run. There's another lock on this side as well. They're supposed to work together, but as you know, it's old, so nothing really works like it's supposed to. Well, I've got to take it out anyways to fix some of this soft. There's one spot that's really bad, right there. Okay, so I've got like an hour and a half to the boat to this today, so I think what I'm going to do is get the old carpet out, get that thrown away, hook up my pressure washer if I can, just to rinse everything all off, to get it somewhat cleaned up and see what type of fiberglass work that I need to do, which looks like a little more than I anticipated, but that doesn't scare me. It might take a few extra hours, but that's okay. The good thing is that you don't have to worry about like the finish, because the carpet will cover any mistakes I make. All that stuff's gonna come out. Yeah. You met my brother-in-law, Greg.
Yeah. You made it? What is it when you blew the motor on this?
Well, it was after, because I had no way to. I was actually trying to paddle back to the water street. think take these out. Yeah, that's what I did. And I'll get one screw here, which is not huge.
Was you changed it once before?
Oh my gosh, probably. So our old house here had a kind of a farmer's porch, and half of it was carpeted, and the other half was the kitchen. So every time we replaced the carpet in the farmer's porch, that came to the boat. So this is like probably number 5.
So it was never a new carpet in there. It was.
Oh no! So
reused.
this will be. Got my first aid here, Trey. That's looking real good. Not so much. That's actually, I don't think this is that old.
Is it cool?
Yeah, there's a date on it somewhere. Always important to have fire extinguisher on your boat. Ironically, there's a nice screwdriver on board for the bolts that need to come out of the seats. Okay folks, we have been pressure washing. Things will actually look better than anticipated. We did run out of battery, so that was kind of our delay, but we wanted to at least tell you kind of where we're at. We have some fiberglass to do on the inside of the hull. Not a lot. Some new aesthetics, some carpeting that needs to be put back, and the seats. But yeah, we haven't fired the engine yet, but I'm pretty confident because I've had that running in the last year or two. So that'll probably be our next shoot at some point. But I want to say thanks for always watching. Gordon St.Hilaire's Family Farm. I know this isn't really farming, but we took the time out today to restore some recreational things that maybe we'll get to, and I'm hopeful we will. So see you next time.